welcome back to Belmont Bunch tonight, where the Islanders win their third straight and continue to beat up on the minnows of the league at the moment, and continue to move up the standings. So, obviously, good stuff. Pretty easy night for them. Easy night for Sorokin in that. I feel like you have to open with Clark Gillies. Obviously, I'm so sorry to his family and the Islanders family, and it was really difficult to watch Butch, who probably hasn't known about it too long, talk about it in the post game. And, for all those guys, for what it's worth, I send my love. That's got to be really difficult. That obviously a very close-knit group. It was really cool to get to hear right now Matt Martin and Anders Lee talk a little bit about, what it meant to them, what Clark meant to them, and a couple of stories here and there of them hanging out. And so yeah, unfortunately, that's the biggest takeaway of the night. Is a difficult moment for that whole dynasty team, and I hope that they can get them all to the arena at some point this year and kind of have a celebration of Clark, and I'm saying that like I know him, celebration of the team and Gillies, to give that team an opportunity to get to see each other again as a group, with the fans giving them their fanfare. So wanted to open with that, I guess, and talk about the game. Scott Mayfield gets it going. The Islanders, the first 10 minutes didn't have a shot on net. Didn't look very good. They weren't giving up many chances the other way. Arizona, again, is kind of similar to us in that they don't really put pucks to the net very, very often. And so the shots were like 2-2, like halfway through the first period. Islanders get the first goal on a very nice face-off play. They win the face-off. Matt Barzal gets in, gets it back to the point. They bring it around the boards, not around the boards. They, from board to point to other half board. And Scott Mayfield, with seeing that he's got Anders Lee and his gigantic chin and quads covering Scott Wedgwood. Scott Mayfield then just rips one on goal and it goes in. Great stuff from Anders Lee, the usual from Anders Lee. Really nice, well-worked face-off play. And the Islanders are up 1-0. And only a minute later, they continue that momentum. Great give and go from first line, Austin Czarnik and Matt Barzal. Czarnik then gets to the back post. Scott Mayfield gets a second point of the night. Great little shot pass towards both Lee, who gets a tiny piece of it, and then Austin Czarnik, who finishes it off. And it's 2-0 just like that. The Isles really not having to deal with much. There was a fight near the end of the first period, Matt Martin and Liam O'Brien, I believe it was. And it was a good fight. And I was a little bit worried because he goes back to his bench, O'Brien does, and kind of, tries to get the boys going on the Arizona side. And I was a little bit worried about that because, a team like that has nothing to lose. They're on a 2-game winning streak. They've been playing better. They were 4-2-1 in their last 7 coming in. So I was actually a little bit worried. But Arizona, they offer a little bit of resistance in terms of getting more shots in the second period, but didn't really feel like they had a ton of great chances. The third period, even though they only had 4 shots, felt like their most dangerous period, and that was after the game was kind of over. So second period, Islanders don't get anything. Basically nothing happens in the second period. I should mention in the first period, there was a good save by Sorokin that immediately got swatted out. Somebody wasn't covering their guy on the back post, and Sorokin got over. Really nice adjustment from looking over his right shoulder to making the save on his left. So good stuff from Sorokin there, who didn't have to do a ton tonight. So through 2, it's 2-0. And early in the third, the Islanders, Nelson gets a 2-on-1. It's kind of, against teams like this, you kind of just want to play simple. It's so I've heard. And Josh Bailey just lifts one out to center just to get it out of the zone. And it hops over the last defender on Arizona's arm and skate and everything when he went down to try to get it. And turns into a 2-on-1, and Brock Nelson just rips it. So, playing simple like that, it's another point for Josh Bailey, who's got 9 points in 9 games. So he's definitely looking more confident. He had a play in the third period where it was 1-on-3, and he put it through his legs and still got a shot off. That was really cool, seeing the confidence in Josh Bailey growing now as we continue through a lot of the bad part of the schedule, in terms of not playing good teams. But still, those are the teams that you have to get your confidence up against, and I thought that worked out for Josh Bailey the last few games. And a weird goal from Brock Nelson that basically put it away. It was a pass going to him, kind of like a 3-on-2, 2-on-1 situation, and he got shoved down and falls into the puck, which then goes into the net. Hey, it counts. 4-0 Islanders. The only thing else of note in the third period was a few instances where after when it was 4-0, Sorokin had to make a couple of saves here and there. But all in all, very easy shutout for him. The Islanders complete the 2-game shutout of the Coyotes this year, so that's good. They got everything they could out of the worst team, one of the worst teams in the league. And a few guys are getting right, and it was also cool to see Austin Czarnik, just bring a little bit more dynamic speed to the offensive, to the first line, and it worked out tonight, and maybe he'll get another shot. Bellows sat tonight. Wally had a really, really bad giveaway in his own zone. I think at that point it was still I think it was 2-0 at that point, so it's still a game. So he does go out and he makes 2 big blocks, making up, not making up in Barry Trotz's mind, but makes 2 big blocks to at least cancel out his mistake. But it was a really, really bad pass down the middle. And, you're up 2-0. You're against a bad team. You can't hand them anything. It's a bad play, and I can actually understand this one. I know we've been joking about how Barry hates Wally, but I can actually understand this one. He's got to learn somehow, and that somehow is through benching. In this game, at least, he can't just throw that puck through the middle of the ice with an Arizona player right there, up only 2. Not to excuse it if you're up 4, but it's especially bad against a not great team to hand them an opportunity. You got to make them make their own opportunities, and the Islanders did a good job of that mostly tonight. And that was basically the only instance where they kind of handed it away. Although Zdeno Chara did have a play where he was just standing in place and fumbled it right in front of his own net and almost turned it into a goal. Again, once Pollock is back and once Palmieri is back, Chara, if I'm the GM, Chara, not even sent down. I mean, cut. Gone. Kapoof. That's not a word. And, I think they're weighing their options now. Bellows not playing tonight makes me uneasy, but I would hope that Ross Johnston is the one that gets waived. I doubt the Islanders would do it, though. I feel like I have a very good sense right now, and we all have a good sense of what the Islanders like and what Barry likes, and they do like Ross Johnston. And Zdeno Chara continues to play somehow. So, anyway, that's it. Main takeaway of tonight, keep the Gillies family in your thoughts. Keep guys like Butch. It was really difficult to watch Butch. Keep the other players in your thoughts, and hopefully we get number 9 patch for the rest of the season, so that doesn't go forgotten. And so thanks so much for watching. Sorry it's a little bit down, but we'll be back here tomorrow night and hopefully beating a pretty good Toronto team. So that's it from Belmont Bunch. We will see you next time. Bye bye.